So, when your potential customer declines your pitch, what they're actually saying is one of three things, right? They might use phraseology and other words to decline you. Maybe they say, I don't have the time right now, or I'll come back later. It's not a good fit. I'm not looking for this. I'm just shopping around, right? There's a million different reasons why a customer might be standoffish or decline your pitch. But what they're actually saying to you is one of these three things. I don't have the money. I don't see the value, or I don't see the urgency in which I should buy right now. So let's handle these each specifically. When somebody says that they don't have the money, it is your job ahead of time to, which I like to do ahead of time, obviously, especially with the online and, online e-commerce selling and information product selling, is pre-qualify your customers first, right? But if you're not doing that, then you want to qualify them currently there. Are they the decision maker, right? Does anybody else influence them on the decisions? Do they actually have that amount of money to spend? Now, you're not going to straight up ask them if they're a decision maker. You're not going to straight up ask them if they have the money to spend, but you do need to qualify or pre-qualify your customers first to make sure that they are actually a good fit for your product or service, right? Because you're not trying to sell anybody that's not going to be happy with it. And B, more importantly, that they either have the ability to make the decision or the ability to spend the funds, okay? So another thing, when they don't see the value, you need to ask yourself, are you doing a good enough job to communicate that value, right? If not, how can you communicate it better and more directly? And finally, this is one that I see the most. Now, most people can get these first two, right? They can either pre-qualify or find buyers that, potential buyers for their potential products and services. They can also communicate the value because most people know their products and services fairly well, and they can communicate those in product features. But what most people struggle on is this one right here. The customer's not saying this, but most of the time they don't see the urgency in why they need to buy right now. So you need to ask yourself, if this is an issue for you, how can I manufacture urgency, right? There's three examples here, but there are probably hundreds of examples on how you can manufacture urgency. Use your common sense, get intuitive, get creative, you can come up with something great. So three normal examples that you see often are like a timed offer, right? You ever hit a landing page and it has like a countdown clock, or maybe, somebody's pitching something in a video and they say, if you act, you ever see those infomercials, right? If you act within the next 24 hours, we're going to send you another one for free and this and this and this and X, Y, and Z, right? That's a timed offer because there's only a certain period of time you can act in, and that simulates urgency and that you have to buy right now or very, very soon, okay? So timed offer is probably the easiest one to implement and one of the best. Limited slots open, right? If you're in like a mastermind or maybe you're going to a conference, right? There's only limited slots. We have 4 slots left. Act now before someone else grabs them, right? That's a limited slots open offer, okay? Same thing with limited inventory, right? So, hey, one of the ways that I both kind of use limited slots and limited inventory as well as a timed offer is when I pitch my Online Arbitrage Pro course, and I don't always do this, but in random videos when I'm trying to increase sales and get more students into the course, I'll say something along the lines of, and, if you're interested, the first link in the description will be a 50% off discount link to get into the course at 50% off for the first 3 people that claim through that link, right? Or the first 5 people to claim through that link. And what that basically does is it simulates urgency because other people know that other people are watching that video, and if they want to be one of the people that get in half price in the course, well, then they better act very, very quickly, right? So that's an example of how I use it, but these are the 3 main things. Remember, when a customer or a potential customer declines your pitch, they're not actually declining your pitch for that specific reason most of the time. They're either telling you they don't have the money, they don't see the value, or most frequently, they don't see the urgency in which they need to buy right now.